Alright guys, welcome back. I've got a game here that we're going to be playing tonight. Let me just go ahead and blast out the stream so everybody can see what's coming at them. So if you bear with me, this game is... oh, where am I looking for here? Bear with me just a second. This game is Hornet Leader, Carrier Air Operations. This is going to be played in the Vassal module. It is a board game. But we're going to go through a couple missions right quick. Hornet Leader. Oh, come on. But as I was saying, this is Hornet Leader, Carrier Air Operations. We're going to be doing the Syria 2004 short campaign. And we're going to get it going here in just a few seconds. So again, guys, if you just want to bear with me here. Just posting it to a couple different spots. That way people can see here. Let's see. And the last spot here. Hornet Leader. Alright, guys. Post. Alright, so let's go ahead and get it going here. So the screen's going to go wonky for a little bit, and then we'll be in game. So I'll see you guys in just a few seconds here. Alright, so what time is it here? It's 7:30 in the evening. I'm on East Coast time. So let's see here. Alright, so as you can tell, this is a Vassal module. You guys have seen this before. It's no big thing. It's just a program that a lot of people use to play board games that have been converted to Vassal modules. I recently actually just purchased the hard copy of this game because it is out of print right now. But if you go to, was it Wargamers Marketplace on Facebook, if you're part of that group, you find it there every now and again. So I actually picked this up, and I picked up Thunderbolt Apache Leader, which, as you would expect, is a an air support game. This game mainly deals with a lot of you're flying F-18 Hornets and stuff off of carriers, so you're kind of blowing up a lot of different stuff. I'm not going to go into the rules too much, and this isn't really a let's play type of video. With that being said, you can download the rules for free. You can find them on Board Game Geek, or if you go over to Dan Verson's website, dvg.com, I think it is, you can find the rules there. Super simple game to pick up. It's a solitaire solo player game, and it's a card-based game. But again, you'll see as I'm playing through here. I think I'll probably do like a primary and secondary mission on this before I break for dinner. But it's a card-driven game, and you guys will see it. So just hang out. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the stream. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the chat. I'll reply as I catch them going by here on the laptop. So what this is obviously it's a you're flying F-18C Hornets. Well, F-18 and pretty much any aircraft you can launch off of a carrier, you're flying. Any American aircraft. Right now, we're doing the Syria 2004 campaign. We're going to do a short campaign. So it's a 4-day campaign. These are our, it's a victory point based game, so depending on how you do, you get X amount of points, and then at the end of the campaign, it rates you. This map here is the, it's obviously Syria, And these numbers represent target cards, which we'll end up drawing from this deck over here on the left. These different bands indicate, how far into country you're going to go. The further that your pilots have to fly, the more stress that they, accrue. They can't carry as many weapons because they have to offset it with fuel tanks, things like that. These are all the different weapons. Recon, intel, and infrastructure, I'll go over that later. This is obviously day one. We don't have any victory points as of right now. And these are our special operations points that we use to purchase upgrades to planes, upgrades to pilot experience, upgrades to different weapons. Special weapons cost SO points. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. As you can see, I've already picked out the aircraft that I'm going to be using. I'm going to zoom in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 7 F-18Cs, Hornets. I went ahead and upgraded. Depending on if you do a short campaign, the length of the campaign that you fly dictates what skill levels your pilots start out at, and how many aircraft that you can bring to the table, bring to the battle. For this scenario, we get 8 aircraft, and then I upgraded Lightning here. I bumped his experience up because he was a newbie. If you look here, we'll zoom in some more here. I'll just go over the cards real briefly. Here's the aircraft card. Their experience is up here. It goes from newbie to green to, I think it's average, to skilled, veteran, ace. It tells you what kind of aircraft it is, the player's call sign. This is their coolness rating. So your pilots are cool, which means this basically just reduces stress at the end of each mission. Depending on how much stress your pilots accrue during a mission or over the course of several missions, determines their status. So if you push your pilots really hard and they start going into the shaken zone, you can see their skills start to degenerate, and that's not good. And here we have an air-to-air modifier and an air-to-ground modifier over here. The W is weapons or weight. So each F-18C can carry 8 points worth of weapons. This SA number here in the top right, where the mouse is, that's a situational awareness number. Right now, the only one that has any is Brick down here in the E2C Hawkeye. And basically, what the situational awareness does is it turns either a slow pilot to fast or a fast pilot to slow. And we'll get into that as we start playing out the mission. So it's a sequence. Obviously, it's a board game. It's a sequence-driven game. So we've already drawn our target cards. And for this mission in particular, or this campaign at the beginning, target cards 2, 47, and 56. So that's 56 is here, 2's here, and what was the other one? 47, which is here. They already start in play, and that's these 3 cards right down here. So we've got a minor airfield that we can hit. We've got central command that we can hit, or we've got these scud launchers that we can hit. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go after this minor airfield first. And you can do 2 missions each day. And if we look at the pilot roster, the pilot log, so you can do a primary and a secondary mission. Each pilot can either fly one or the other. You can't do both, so I couldn't take Talon on the primary and the secondary mission. So I'm going to have to split my flight up. And that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and assign. We're going to go ahead and put minor airfield here is our target card for today for the primary mission. So we've done that. We selected the target. Determine and place sites. Now if you look here in the description here, and we'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. Gato Leader, I haven't played it. I've seen it. I've seen that in Sherman Leader and Tiger Leader, but I haven't played them. I've just played Hornet Leader and Thunderbolt Apache. So we're saying, okay, so we're at place sites. So if we look here, we are right. Oh, you know what? Yeah. All right, so we're step 3 here in pre-flight check. Determine and place sites. The sites are like, your air-to-air, your AAA, your SAMs. And you've got these different approaches here. So you've got, north approach, east, south, and west. And then you've got the center approach. So what this basically says is you're going to place one marker in each approach zone and one in the center. So how do you do that? You just draw it from the cup here, and these are all shuffled even though it shows up there. The program randomly shuffles them. So you're going to drop one here, one there, one here, and one here. And then we've got one in the center as well. So we'll drop one here. So what this is these are the bad guys here, the ground units. So we've got an SA-6, two SA-6s, an SA-2, an SA-8B, and we've got some AAA down here. Just briefly going over these counters, if we look here, we can see like on the AAA here, it's a soft target. It's got an S up here. That's what that means. That's what that stands for, soft. Here's its military nomenclature. This here is going to determine the damage that it does. So you're going to roll a d10 dice, and if you roll higher than a 2, it's going to do 1 hit. If you roll higher than a 6, it's going to do 2 hits. And if you roll higher than an 8, it's going to do 3 hits, or 3 points worth of damage. It can attack targets that are at high altitude and low altitude. Here, if you look on, say, one of the surface-to-air missiles like this SA-6, it's got a radar. It's a soft target. When we shoot at it, we get a +1. It can only shoot things in the low altitude, and it can only shoot things at a range of 1. So it's a band of 1. So he can shoot here, he can shoot here, he can shoot here, or over here. And so basically, this SA-6 can only shoot things in any of the approach areas. This one up here can shoot here, 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 or here. And so forth and so on. So if you look, it's got the same characteristics here. 5 or more, between a 5 and a 6, it does 1 point. 7 to 8 does 2 points of damage. And a 9 or higher, it does 3 points of damage. So now that we've assigned the sites, we've done determine and place sites, we need to assign the pilots that are going to be hitting this minor airfield. Now, in order to destroy this airfield, we need to do 6 points worth of damage to it. So, what is going to do damage to that airfield? Now, being that it's an airfield, we probably want to take a pilot, or 2, or 3, that's going to be both good in air-to-air and air-to-ground. So we're going to assign Talon down here. We're going to take Talon and drop him down here. We're going to take Wedge. And who else do we got here? We'll take Bear. And I'm thinking Mustang. We're going to take these 4. We'll take this flight of 4. This is what we're going to go in at on this minor airfield. And now we've got to arm them up. Now, where is target 2? Because I just need to make sure. So target 2 is in the second band here. So these guys are, at the end of this mission, these guys are going to accrue 2 stress points. Their weapon points is -2. And let's go ahead and put this so we can remember what target we're on. We're on target 2 right there. So even though the base F-18C Hornet can carry up to 8 different weapons, it has 8 weapon hard points, because we have to fly a little bit further, which means we can carry fewer weapons, because we're going to offset that with fuel tanks. So it's a -2. So really each aircraft can carry 6 points worth of weapons. So what we want to do here is start arming our aircraft. Now we do need to assign a flight leader. We're going to go ahead and assign Talon the flight leader role. Normally it would be whichever pilot has the highest experience, but seeing as all these guys are average, it doesn't matter. And we need to start arming these guys. When I play this, I give everybody an ECM pod, because that's going to help out. That's 1 point on each. You can see some pilots are better at air-to-ground, some pilots are better at air-to-air. So for these air-to-ground guys, we're going to do 6 points of damage. Let's see here. Six points, huh? And they can each carry 6 points of weapons. I definitely need to put down these SAM sites. Those are going to be an issue. So we need at least 4 harms. At least 4 harms. So let's start with those. So we're going to drag this AGM-88. He's going to get a harm. He's going to get a harm. And he's going to get... Let's see, he's slow. He's fast. We'll give him another harm. Alright, so this guy's got 3. So this number up here, this blue number in the top left, that dictates how many weight points it is. So he's got 3, so he's already at 50%. I definitely want to give him weapons here. Give him 2 AMRAAMs. Give him 2 AMRAAMs. I want these guys to be my ground pounders. This guy here, who is a wedge, you know, he's much better air-to-air than he is air-to-ground. So I'm going to load this guy up with air-to-air missiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's give him a... let's give him... what kind of dumb bombs we got here. Give him some rockets. No. So that -2 may be an issue. You know what? We're going to give him a Sidewinder. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's loaded, ready to go. Wedges. He's going to be our MiG killer. Hopefully. And then we really need to load some guys up with bombs. And lots of them. So let's go with... got 2, he could take 2 bombs. Alright, so he's going to take 2 Mark 83s. So 2, 4, 5, 6. Same thing with him. He'll roll in with 2 Mark 83s. Just dumb iron bombs. And then he's sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He needs 1 more. He's going to roll in with... he'll pack in a Mark 82. We'll go with that. You know what? Yeah, he'll go in with a Mark 82. That's fine. Alright, so we've got our pilots decked out. We've got our aircraft armed up, ready to launch off the catapult here. Next step is arm aircraft. Draw target-bound event card. So during each mission, you're going to draw an event card 3 times. So we're going to draw this one here. And we can see here, there's 3 different sections of each card. So you've got this top bit of text here, you've got the middle bit of text, and the bottom text. So the top text is your target-bound event. So this says, give one random pilot 1 additional point of situational awareness for the duration of this mission. So that's awesome. So what we want to do with that is we want to give him 1 point of situational awareness. And he can use this to, again, go from slow to fast or fast to slow. And we'll go over that later when the time comes. So this card goes to the discard pile. So that was our target-bound event card. Now we're going to place our aircraft, and this is where you have to start thinking about how you're going to approach your target. So we can see how the enemy has their air defenses laid out here. We may want to Trying to figure out the best way to approach this. We could come in from the east, but we're still going to have to deal with everything at some point. They got a pretty good draw here. A fairly good draw anyway, as far as what they're packing. So we really want to try to take out some of these SAM sites. We don't necessarily have to even bother with that. But these things that have a range of 2, range of 1, we definitely want to chew that up. So I think we're going to come in right here. This is where we're going to come in. So we're going to launch our aircraft, and then we're going to place our aircraft on the board. So if we come in here, it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll be able to hit it for sure. And we're going to come in high. Actually, you know what? That guy's low. Yeah, he'll still be able to shoot at us. All right. So this is where we're coming in at. We're coming in from the northwest. All right, so we've placed our aircraft. Now we've got to determine and place the bandits, which is just like you do with the sights. So it's going to be 1 in each approach, and then 2 in the center, and then he gets an extra 2 in the middle because he's got a 1 bandit here in the text for this target, and then all targets get +1 center bandit draw. So the way you do that, you do this, and then you flip it. So that's a no bandit. No bandit. That's good. We got a Mirage 3. MiG-23. He's going to get 1 in the middle. Actually, he's going to get 2 in the middle. Plus another 1. And then another one. All right. So, that is what the air power looks like. Now, everything in the center area, irregardless of which side it's on of the card, it doesn't matter. It's still the center area. So, what do they have? They've got a MiG-25, a MiG-23, a Mirage 3, and another MiG-23. So the biggest threats here, right now, is going to be this MiG-25. He can shoot out to 4 spaces. He's got fairly good numbers here. The bonus is that when we shoot at him, we get a +1. So we've drawn our bandits, our intel air defense adjustment. We don't have to worry about that because if we look on our card here, our intel, it's a +1 center sight. So that's fine. Draw over target. So now we draw another event card. Add 1 sight to each approach area. So that's not good. So they've got extra SAM sights, guys. So that one there. So this mission just became twice as hard. So what did they get? SA-5, SA-13. SA-13 I don't have to worry about because I don't plan to go on that north approach. He doesn't have any range over there, but another SA-5 and then another AAA. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. Alright, so we have no Phoenix counters. Place turn counter. We're on turn 1. Jettison decision. Fast pilots attack. Alright, so start of the game. We're right here. We're over the target. And fast pilots go first. So fast pilots, we have 1. And then we've got this guy here who can use his SA, his situational awareness token, to turn him into fast. And you can see right now his speed is slow. So we can turn him into fast for this one turn. But I think what Wedge is going to do is Wedge is going to fire all these AMRAAMs. And he can do that because they're independent weapons, which means they can target different aircraft. And I'm going to start trying to shoot down. I'm going to try to do a 4-shot, a quad shot, and shoot down all these aircraft. So what I like to do is And it's got a range of 2+, so 1, 2, all these guys are within range. I tend to put the tokens next to the respective aircraft. That way, it just makes things easier for me. So, who's shooting here? This is Wedge, right? So Wedge gets a +1 to his air-to-air rolls. He also gets a +1. Well, for instance, this MiG-25, right? So I need a 5 or more to hit this MiG-25. The MiG-25, I automatically get a +1, so that brings it down. I need a 4 or more, and then another +1. So I need a 3 or higher on a D10 to kill this MiG-25. So we're going to roll the dice. I got an 8. That MiG-25 is toast. Same thing with him. He's a +1, so I need a 3 or higher. He's toast. I get a +2 for him, so I need a 2 or higher. He's toast. And another +1 for him, which is going to be a 3 or higher. And you got a straight out 10. So Wedge here, it definitely paid off packing him up with all those AMRAAMs. The problem is each turn, bandits are going to be popping out of this airfield. So I may not have played that too smartly, because as it is right now, I've got 3 more air-to-air weapons other than the guns. So that buys me 3 turns, assuming that the airfield gets 3 more bandits up. But Wedge is done. He's not shooting anybody else. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, nobody can shoot us here. That's kind of a good thing, because we're out of range of all these different SAM sites. But I'm going to go ahead and use this SA token here. We're going to go ahead and return that to the stack to go ahead and fire off this HARM, this AGM-88. And we're going to put it on... Who's the deadliest guy right now? We're going to go ahead and put it on this SA-2. Now it has a range of 3. I can fire it in the high altitude. It's a radar homing missile, so that is a radar there. That dictates that R on the AGM-88. Wedge earns a beer. Wedge is going to earn a lot more than a beer if he makes it back. That means that this weapon, this AGM-88 HARM, can only be used against... it's an anti-radiation missile, so it can only be used against things that have radars. But Mustang here has a +2 to his air-to-air or air-to-ground roll, and then it's a +2 to hit this SA-2 site. So he automatically hits it, because it would be a +4. All I need is a 4 or higher, so there's no need to even roll the dice. So this SA-2 goes up in smoke. That HARM goes away. And that's pretty much all the fast pilots. So, sites and bandits attack. There are no bandits. All the enemy sites are out of range. So if we look here, they all can only have a range of 1. So it won't be until next turn when I'm a little bit closer to where they can shoot at me. So nobody can shoot. Slow pilots attack. That's where we're at now. We're step 16. So Bear, who has a +1 to his air-to-ground, is going to fire his HARM at... Let's go ahead and fire it here at this SA-8B. So he needs a 4 +1. So he needs a 3 or higher to kill this SA-8. He gets a 6. SA-8 goes bye-bye. And now Talon, who has a +1, he's going to fire his HARM at the next guy. So I'm going to fire it at this SA-6 here, because this one here is out of range. So as I ingress the target here, I'm going to go to this box, this zone here, which is going to be out of range for this SA-6, because he has a range of 1. So you can only shoot here. This guy can only shoot here. This guy is going to be able to hit him unless I take him out. So again, it's a +1, air to ground, plus another one is +2. So I need a 2 or more to kill this SA-6. And I got a 1. He missed. That's going to become an issue. So that's everybody that can shoot. Let me back up. The reason why he's not shooting his other harm, I suppose I could have shot it at him. I could fire 2 harms at him. You can only pick one target unless your weapon is has an eye next to it, which is an independent weapon. You can only target one target at a time. Wedge was able to shoot all 4 of those bandits down because the AMRAAM, the AIM-120C, is an independent weapon. Unfortunately, the harms aren't. I could have lobbed 2, harms at that SA-6, but, hindsight's 20/20. But now we got to move. The nice thing is they can only hit you in low altitude. So we're going to step 17, aircraft move and adjust altitude. We're going to stay high, and we're going to move into the next block. Aircraft move, adjust altitude. Bandits move. There are no bandits. Advance the turn counter. So it's turn 2. We have to draw 1 more bandit here, because every turn a new bandit pops up. So there's now a MiG-23 in the air that just took off from this minor airfield. And it's rinse repeat. Super simple game to learn, guys. So again, fast pilots attack. We've got 1 fast pilot here. He's going to fire off that AIM-7, which is a Sidewinder. He needs a 6 plus, what's he got? +1, +2. So he needs a 4 more to down this MiG-23. He gets a 6. And Wedge has just earned his ace status, earning his 5th kill of the campaign. Unfortunately for Wedge, Wedge is out of munitions now. Sights and bandits attack. Again, nobody can attack us because we are at high altitude, dictated by that H. All these guys can only hit you in low altitude. Let's see. Range of 3. So, it's up to us. Slow pilots attack. I've got to try to put this harm on these guys. So again, Talon's going to go for the harm shot. It's a +1, +1. It's a +2. So he needs a 2 or more to kill this unit. Did that roll 6 twice? Yeah, it did roll 6 twice. That's another bad guy gone bye-bye. And aircraft move and adjust altitude. So we're going to keep on moving in. I think I'm going to keep Wedge out of it. I'm going to move him back. There's no sense in risking that pilot. He's got no weapons that are going to be effective. The gun, you need a straight 10 to do anything with the gun. So it is now turn 3. And each mission is 5 turns. That's it. You've got 5 turns to destroy your target. They're going to draw another bandit. I'm wondering if I should have kept Wedge in there. You could at least dogfight him with the gun, I suppose. But, what can you do? Talon still has 120s, though, so he'll be okay. So, fast pilots. The only pilot that was fast was Wedge, and he didn't have any weapons. So, sights and bandits attack. So, this bandit here is going to attack this group. He can shoot at a distance of 1. These guys are a distance of 1. And you kind of have to... he can attack high or low. And you kind of randomly choose which one here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I get a 10, I'll re-roll. 1. So he's going after Mustang. He needs to roll on here. I do have the ECM pod, which I believe, if you give me a second here, this has been a while since I've played, the ECM pod will let us kind of, I don't know if it gives, I can't remember if it gives us a bonus or if it lets us do a reroll. But we're gonna look here. I can also do a suppression mission on them, I believe. Again, if you just bear with me for a second here. Air-to-air attacks, air combat results. Okay. So, I don't know if I want to do a suppression. That'll only just be a +1. What does that ECM do? Evasion. I could evade, but that would add stress to them. Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Here we go. ECM pod. Defend the aircraft from carrying from any attacks. Each time the aircraft is attacked by a site or a bandit, or when reacting to a special event. Okay, so I can roll, and I'd need a 6 or higher, and this was on Mustang. I'd need a 6 or higher to evade. I think we're going to do that. If we get a 6 or higher, then this MiG-21's attack is nullified. He rolls an 8. Perfect. So that MiG-21 does nothing. You got a little lucky there. We're still high. None of the SAM sites or the AAA sites can attack us. So now it's time for slow pilots, and Talon is going to fire off one of these AIM-120s here. So he gets a +1, +2 for a +3. He needs a 2 or higher to kill this. He gets a 6, and that's another enemy aircraft smashing into the ground. And now we move. Now this is where it's going to get interesting. For sure. Alright. And then we need to go low. So now these 3 aircraft, they're hugging the ground. They're going nape of the earth because that's the altitude that you can drop these their weapons at, these Mark 83s and Mark 82s. They've got to be in a low altitude stance. We are well within range of this SAM, and this SAM. We do have ECM pods, so we saw how that worked out. But let's go ahead and advance the turn. He draws a bandit. Another MiG-21. Alright guys, pucker factor is high. So, fast pilots attack. The only fast pilot we had was Wedge, and he's out of the box. So it's going to be bandits. We'll do bandits first. So again, 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see who he is attacking. So it's going to be Mustang again. Mustang is going to roll that ECM pod. He gets a 7, nullifies that MiG-21's attack. Now it's time for the AAA to get in on the mix. So, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're rolling for him. He is attacking 8, which is going to be Talon. And let's see what he does. He rolls a 6, which is 1 hit. But let's go ahead and roll Talon's ECM pod. See if we can nullify that attack. He got an 8, so Talon got lucky. Talon's jammer helped him out. Now we're going to roll for... Let me zoom in here so you guys can see. We're going to roll for this central SA-6. Let's see who he's attacking. 4, so he's attacking Bear. Let's go ahead and roll Bear's ECM pod. Bear rolled a 1, so his ECM pod was not effective. Now, I can also, as well as rolling that ECM pod, I can try to suppress that SAM site with another, with one of my other aircraft. I think that's what we're going to try to do here. Combat, attack restrictions, suppression. All right, here we go. Ban it or the weapon counter to be expended. Apply all attack modifiers. All right, what I'm going to do is Talon here is going to expend this Mark 82 to try to suppress that SAM site from shooting at Bear. So it's all the same numbers. So he has a +1 to his air to ground. So I need a 6 or higher to nullify that attack. He gets a 10, so he's only suppressed. So when you suppress an enemy attack, it doesn't kill the target. It just keeps him from shooting at, you know, whoever he was shooting at. You still expend the weapon though. The last one we have here is this SA-6, which can shoot into the central area. He has a range of 1. Let's see who he's shooting at. 6. So that's going to be Bear again. Let's roll Bear's ECM pod. He gets a 3. And nobody can suppress him because he's out of range, and nobody's got any weapons that can reach over there. All these are range 0. So let's roll for the attack. He got an 8, which is 2. Attack resolution here. Alright, so if the modified dice roll is equal to the second number, yes, but less than the third number, the aircraft is damaged. Remove all weapons, pods, situational awareness, and give him 2 stress points. Alright, so Bear just lost. He basically jettisoned all his stuff. He's freaked out. He incurs 2 stress. And he's damaged. So, let's go ahead and damage him as... Oops. Let's roll that back there. If we would have just damaged him, he would have automatically taken those 2 stress points. Alright. So we're going to have to get Bear out of there. Now it's slow pilots, because nobody else can attack. They've all made their attacks. So, Talon's going to shoot his remaining AMRAAM at this MiG-21. He has a +1, +3. He needs a 2 or higher. He gets a 9. That's gone. And then Mustang here. Hopefully, Mustang can do the damage on this... this site. It's going to be hard because he's got 6 points, 6 hits to destroy it. I would have to get 10s or highers, or 10s to do 6 points of damage. He does get a +2 to his roll, but that means I'm going to have to roll 8s on both rolls, on both of these, which is probably not going to happen. So let's do the first roll here. He's going to get a +2, so he took 3 points of damage. That's 8 plus his 2, so that's a 10. So he's in the third band here. So that's 3 points of damage. So increased damage. 1, 2, 3. That weapon goes away. And then roll it again for the second one. He gets a 7, which +2, which is a 9, which is a 1, 2. So he's at 5 points of damage. Now, I can still attack with my guns. So Talon shot that MiG, so he's out of the fight. Wedge can shoot, but he's got a -2. The guns need a 10 to do 1 damage. So I would need a 9 with Bear to get that last point of damage here. Let's roll it up. He gets a 2. Unfortunately, no damage there. Now I have a choice. I can stay and continue to try to shoot, but that's going to put my guys in danger of getting chewed up here. So I'm going to move them out. So slow pilots attack, yeah. We're going to get out of dodge. And I think we're going to go back out the way we came. Seems to be the safest bet. Although we can still get hit by these two SAM sites, unfortunately. No way around that. Alright, and let's change them to... Well, actually we won't, because we can change them to high. So there's that. Turn 5. They draw a bandit. And fast units attack. We don't have any. So that means this MiG-25 is going to get to attack. And let's see who he attacks here. He's attacking Bear. Bear was already damaged before. Let's go ahead and see if Bear can... Oh, Bear doesn't have an ECM jammer. He can go evasive. Let's see. When rolling for a sight, band attack, roll 2 dice. You go evasive, or we can have somebody try to suppress. The only thing is they're going to suppress with a gun, which the odds aren't great. So I'm going to take the 2 stress and go evasive. So 1, 2, which means he now, the MiG-25 has to roll 2 dice. Yeah, he certainly did. He's got to roll 2 dice, and then I get to take the lower number. So we'll roll 2 dice here. I have a feeling Bear's getting ready to get blasted out of the sky. A 6 or a 7. Less than the first number. Equal to the first number, less than the second. Add 1 stress. Okay. So Bear just took another stress. And he's now shaken. But that's not a big deal. At least he didn't get demolished. And then we're going to bug out. We're not going to try to engage these guys. There's no point. So it's the end of the turn. We bug out. We draw the last event card, which is down here. XP1. During the next primary mission, skip the Phoenix missile attack step, and you cannot attack or suppress at a range greater than 1. Great. Political limitations. Gotta love those. So we did not destroy the site. It's going to go back down here. And then it's up to cleanup time now. So everybody gets, where are we here? 2 stress automatically into the mission. So increase stress, increase stress, increase, increase. He's taking 2 more. So Bear's right at the cusp of being severely unfit for duty. Right, we're going to return the ECM pods to the magazine. Flight leader. These guys are going to return to base. And then we've got to annotate it here on the log. So let's take a look here. Now, some of these guys will decrease their stress automatically because they have these cool numbers. And cool numbers do decrease your stress automatically. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that now. So he has a cool of 1. So we'll decrease you. We'll decrease you. And we'll decrease you. All right, so Talon gained... How many XP did he gain for that? All right. Experience. Alright. So, we each get 1 experience. So Talon gets 1, increase. Wedge gets 1, increase. Bear and Mustang. I actually have Elusive Victory, and I have Downtown Air War over Hanoi as well. Yeah, they're both very good games. I'm looking forward to GMT and the new title was Red Storm, which is basically the Cold War, Air War over 1980. Well, Cold War Germany. So yeah, yeah, they're both great games. I've played TAC Air a long time ago. And yeah, it was cool, but I haven't played it in so many years. But yeah, I still play Downtown and Elusive Victory. Alright, and he's damaged. Alright, so we'll leave these guys here. It's target 1. What target number was that? 2. Enter target 2. And it was not destroyed, which is a bummer. You know what? I forgot to do my SO purchase points, but we'll clean that up. So the target is still operational, just barely. Oops. To be honest, I like Downtown more than I like Elusive Victory, though. It's just because I don't know. I found Vietnam more interesting than the Arab-Israeli war. All of these go away. R, Control R, Control R, Control R, Control R. And then these guys are going to go back to their back up here for now. We'll park them back there in the hangar deck. And then let's go ahead and attack these Scud launchers here. It'll be our next target. This is our secondary target. It's target 56, which is right here. So this is nice. It's in the first band here. No weapon point restrictions, and we're only going to be accruing 1 stress. So I can deal with that. And our aircraft for this mission. In hindsight, I probably should have given Brick to that flight up there. I think it would have been a little bit better because I could have used his situational awareness to turn those slow pilots into fast, but what can you do? And Brick always has 3 situational awareness. I have it. MBT. I've got both the original Avalon Hill 1990s version, and then I recently purchased the newer GMT release, but I have yet to crack the shrink on the new one. Let's see here. I know it's supposed to be what the newer one's supposed to be a lot like Panzer, I believe. All right. So we're gonna draw a target card. Yep. And this was during next primary mission. Okay. So that doesn't apply for this mission. So place aircraft. Oh, we got to select target. Yep. Place sights. All right. So he has 1 sight in each approach. Reset that. And 2 in the middle. Yeah, what SA-11s, man? SA-10? 2 SA-10s? This is going to be fun and exciting. Alright. Determine pilots, or determine place sites. Assign pilots. Pilots have been assigned. Arm aircraft. Alright. So what are we working with here? Secondary dispersed vehicles improvements. At the end of each day, lose 1 VP. Okay. So, like before, we're packing jammers. We're going to pack some these. Now, I did want to look because First 4. I took 6. I took 6 AMRAMs last time, so the first SO points. So I used 2 SO points. Let me go ahead and mark that before I forget. Starting SO points, I had 18. SO points used was 2. So that's 16. So we're starting with 16. The secondary mission. This mission is mission number 56. All right. And that was each day. Okay. So these are going to cost me points here, which is only 2 bandits here. I'm thinking 3 AMRAMs should be able to do it. You know what? Yeah, it's fine. 3 AMRAMs. We'll go with that. Got myself second guessing here. And we're going to pack in the rock eyes. These Mark 20s. Because these are going to do wonders on this convoy. You guys will see. I've played this mission or this target card before. The MBT one, or the new one, the new GMT release is supposed to be very good. I've heard great things about it. I know people who play Panzer who rave about it. I've looked at the rule book and, you know, the components and everything, and yeah, it looks nice. But we also need harms. Do harms cost anything? I bet you harms do. Oh no, they don't. Thank God. Need to do Mavericks. Wow. Mavericks are expensive though. But we will pack quite a few harms here. And you guys will see the reason why. There's a lot of nasty stuff here. Oh, they're dispersed. They're not soft. Alright. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 more. 2 more points on each one. No, we're going to pack rockets as well. Rockets are always nice because you can use rockets to suppress. And I can't remember if the rockets work the same way as they do in Thunderbolt, where if you get hits, you get to keep the rocket. They might not. I gotta look. All right, so we've got our aircraft armed. We're gonna draw the target bound event. You may spend 1 extra turn over the target. All right, that's cool. Let's go ahead and put that to the side so we don't forget. Place aircraft. Go ahead and launch them here. And I'm thinking I'm going to come in from the east. That seems to be the best approach. Right? We'll reach 1. Yeah, we're going to come in from the east. That's what we'll do. Actually, you know what? Maybe the south. Because we gotta put all these guys down. We definitely gotta put these 3 down right off the bat. I'm not even gonna screw around with those. I'm launching harms. All right, we'll get Brick up in the air. No matter where I put Brick, he can be hit. 2, 3. All right. So, our aircraft have launched. They're in the pre-approach area, or was it the standoff attack areas? All right, bandits, 1 in each site here. Not good. No bandit. That's cool. Not good. Not good. And how many does he get in the middle? He gets 2 bandits in the middle. All right, we can deal with that. I really wish I'd given them more AMRAAMs, though. I didn't think about that. Shoot. Oh, what's cool, though, is none of those planes can reach me right now. Okay. No, we're cool. So, bandits have been placed. There is no Intel air defense adjustment. We got to draw over the target event card. Move one random site in the center area to a random area containing your aircraft. Okay. Alright, so one of these two are coming in where we are. I'll have to check it out. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that, but yeah, I'll take a look. All right, so evens, odds. All right, we rolled a 6, which is even, so this SA-11 gets moved down here. Well, I guess we know who we're shooting first. Discard that. Turn counter, turn 1, and we do have an extra turn here. So, jettison decision, fast pilots attack. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these, you know what? He is going to give a situational awareness to each one of these guys. And we're going to start shooting things down. Starting with Bonsai, who's going to fire off one of his harms at this guy right here. He gets a +1. He needs a 3 or more to kill him. You know what? He's going to fire both harms at him. So he needs 3s to kill him. So let's roll the first one. 10. He's gone. And he expends. Even if you don't roll for the other weapon, if you elect to use it, you've got to use it. So those are gone. That threat's gone. He loses this SA marker. Turn to stack. Now I'm going to use this guy to shoot his harm. At he's going to shoot both of his at him. He needs straight 4s to get rid of that. So the first one gets a 10. Double check. Yep, rolled 10s twice. Is gone. And then we're going to use this last SA marker, situational awareness marker, for lightning to fire off this weapon. Yeah, he's going to shoot down this MiG-23 for sure. He gets no pluses, no minuses. So it's a straight 5 + 1. He needs a 4 or more to kill this MiG-23. He gets a 2. He doesn't do it. All right. So sights and bandits attack. Nobody is within range, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, he is in range. This guy right here. This SA-10. So, we'll say these guys are evens, these guys are odds. Alright, so it's one of these two. Even, odd, even. So he's shooting at Bonsai. That's a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bonsai's going to use his ECM pod, try to negate the attack. He gets a 9, and he does just that. So if you guys get this and you play it, always take those ECM pods. I know it uses weight points on your aircraft, but they're a lifesaver. For sure, yeah, I'll take a look at it. Alright, so nobody else can shoot. Right? 1, 2. Oh, I guess he can. This MiG-23 can shoot. He can go here, and then here. So let's do that. So even, odd group. So it's these guys again, even, odd. So Bonsai's getting lit up, man. So Bonsai is going to roll for his ECM pod again. He gets another 10. It's Bonsai's lucky day. Aircraft move and adjust altitude. So we are moving. This aircraft moves. I've got to see if this other Mirage is going to move into the same zone. Let's see. Bandits move after your aircraft. Not required to move. Alright, so if there are one or more aircraft within the bandits' range, they do not move. So these guys stay here. We moved. I'm going to keep Brick back. There's no sense in bringing Brick forward. And it's... I would advance the turn marker, but since we have an extra turn, I'm just going to leave it on turn 1 because it's essentially turn 1 now. And it's back to fast pilots, which there are none. Sights and bandits attack. So we're going to roll the SA-10. And he can... We'll do even odd group again. That's the odd guys this time. So lightning will be even, brick will be odd. So he's shooting at brick. Now brick doesn't have an ECM pod. So I have a feeling brick is going to take some damage here. So what brick is going to do, brick is going to go evasive and take 2. Yeah, brick's going to go evasive. You know what? I suppose I could fire off a AMRAAM at him, try to suppress him. But I don't know if that's going to be prudent right now. Brick is just going to go evasive. He's going to take the 2 stress and take the lower dice roll. 2, which is below that. So basically, Brick dodged a missile. So that worked out. Now the bandits get to attack. We're going to roll this MiG-23. Again, even odds. 5, that's these guys. 4, that's lightning. Lightning's going to roll his ECM pod. 9, he evades. These 2 here can only attack these 3 F-18s. So 9, that's lightning again for this first one. Let's roll his ECM pod. He rolled a 5, his ECM pod failed. But I think... You know what? What's his stress? He's going to take the 2 stress and evade. 1, 2. And he'll be taking the lower dice rolls here. A 4. So he earns himself another stress. And this Mirage, let's see who he attacks. 1, that's Bonsai. Bonsai will roll for his ECM pod. Gets a 3. And Bonsai is going to... Ooh, I definitely don't want to take that extra stress. Alright, Bonsai's going to ride it out. So he rolls. He got a 5. So that's just 1 stress marker. Move these out of the way. Alright, slow pilots get to attack. Duke is going to fire off his AMRAAM at the MiG-23. The +1, he needs a 4 or more. He got a 5. Thank goodness, because that thing was starting to bug me. And then Bonsai is going to fire one at a Mirage here. He gets a -1, so he needs a 6 plus 2, so he needs a 4 or more to kill one of these MiGs. He gets a 6. One of those MiGs goes bye-bye. And then Lightning is going to fire off... nobody else has those, huh? Lightning's going to fire off... Oh, that guy's going to be problematic too. He's going to take a shot at that SA-10. Yeah, let's do it. Needs 4 more. 3, he missed again. Should have fired the second one. And time to move. What's the range on that? Alright, so we're moving in. Alright, so it's turn 2. Fast pilots attack. There are no fast pilots. Sights and bandits. We'll go ahead and do the bandit first. A 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's Lightning. Lightning's going to roll his ECM pod. He gets a 1. His ECM pod fails. You could take the stress. He's going to evade and take the stress. 1. Actually, you know what? He's not. Need a 10. Just trying to think what we can do to try to suppress that. Need a hit on a 10. We all know that ain't happening. Okay. Lightning's going to write it out. So we're going to roll the bandit's damage roll. Wow, he got a 9. I think he just blew him out of the sky. Attack resolution of the monitor equal to the third number. The target aircraft is destroyed. Alright. Lightning bit the dust. Change status, waiver, no. Change status, no. What is that? Control D. I'm trying to remember the key here. I don't know. Alright, well, for right now, he's just going to be dead. Tango uniform. We'll mark him red with a red border there. Alright, so it's our turn. Oh, no, we still have to do the SAM site. Shoot. So, even odd. Shooting at Duke. Duke rolls a 6, negates his attack. Coming through again. We're both going to try to engage this Mirage here with our guns. The range is 0. Need 10s. Bonsai needs a 9. Or Bonsai can't even hit him because he has a -1. So it's going to be up to Duke. Actually, Bonsai can't hit him because he has a +2. So it's really a +1. So Bonsai needs a 9. He gets a 10. Wow, Bonsai shoots him down with a guns kill. Like to see that gun camera footage. And then we are over the target. So we're moving over the target and we're going low. Turn goes up. Fast pilots, there are none. So it's up to these guys here who are going to be shooting at us. Start off with the SA-10. Evens, odds. So it's evens with Bonsai again. Bonsai rolls. He gets a 2. But Bonsai can try to suppress. Actually, he can try to suppress here. So let me look up rockets right quick. Let me see if they work the same way as they do in a Thunderbolt Apache Leader, where if you get a successful hit, then you get them back. So let's see here. Oh, so rockets, if you use rockets to suppress a sight attack, add 3 to its suppression die rolls. That's cool. But you do not get them back. So that's awesome. So for sure, Duke is going to suppress that. He gets a +3. 4 plus 3 is a 7. So he nullified that attack. Let's go for this guy here. Even odd, that's Bonsai again. Bonsai's jammer deflects. Let's go for the SA-6. That's on Duke. Duke's jammer fails. Bonsai's going to fire off rockets to suppress. Now Bonsai does have a +1. So it'll be a +1 plus 3 is a +4. So he needs a 3 or higher to suppress that. He gets a 7. He's suppressed. Alright. Now, slow pilots attack. And we're just going to drop bombs. So we're going to drop these Mark 20s here. Now, I believe these Mark 20s, they do extra damage to vehicles and dispersed. I believe. Let's see here. They're immune to dispersed. Okay. Oh, that's not a soft target. Shoot. Probably should have looked at that better, but oh well. I should have taken Mavericks. Alright, well, it is what it is. So I need 8, so Bonsai gets a +1. So we'll do this one first. That's an 11. Wow. That's 2 hits. Increase, increase. Let's roll for that one. 2 plus 1 is a 3, which is nothing. And then let's use Duke's weapons here. So Duke has no modifiers. He gets a 3, that's nothing. And a 2, which is nothing. So this is another target that is not destroyed. And then they get to come out. Let's get them high. That's a turn. And these guys are going to shoot again. Five, that's at Duke. Duke rolls a 6 with his ECM. He deflects. He can't attack. He can't attack because he's low. Alright, so we'll pull them out. Draw the card. Move any one campaign counter to the right. Oh, that's good. Everybody here gets a stress marker. Except for Lightning, who got blown out of the sky. Bonsai will decrease a stress marker because he's got a cool factor of 1. And we've got to conduct a CSAR mission, a combat search and rescue for Lightning. Let's go ahead and move that marker to the right there. Move intel up. Alright. And these guys go back to the base, return to base. Aren't you going back? Ah, shoot. Do it like that. That's discard. That's a discard. Cup. You know, I forgot to draw that extra bandit here for this improvement. All targets get a +1 center bandit draw. I should have been drawing bandits on those scud launchers. My bad. Alright, how to do the seesaw. Operational, damage targets. Now I'm just looking up how to rescue the pilots here. Search and rescue, here we go. Alright, so we're going to roll a dice. We got a 6, which is recovered under fire. The pilot suffers 5 stress in addition to any mission stress suffered. Okay, and gains 1 experience point. I think he had, what, 4 stress? I don't remember how much he had. I guess I should have kept that on there, but oh well. Alright, so we're going to give him 5 stress. I think that's a fair number. He's recovered. Pilot's recovered anyway. We're going to end up paying for that aircraft though. Alright. So all of those guys got 1. Marker here. Rick got it. We use 3. So down to 13. It's not a good way to start out the campaign, I'll tell you that much. We're actually a -1, -2 because we lost an aircraft, so you get a minus point for the aircraft and then a -1 for, where is it? This right here. Improvement at the end of each day, lose 1 VP, so we're -2. It is going to be difficult to pull this one out. Alright. And then for this improvement, we move a campaign counter to the left. It's going to be that one. And we're on day 2. And that's it. That, in a nutshell, guys, is carrier or Hornet Leader carrier air operations. I may or may not continue this one online. We got beat up pretty bad on those first 2 missions. I'm really surprised with the Scud launch. Usually the Scud launcher's mission is a fairly easy mission to do, but we got our asses handed to us on that. So it may just be better to scrub this campaign and start a new one. But we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I've got more games coming down the pipe, both board games here on Vassal, possibly stuff over there on the table. I don't know. I got to figure it out. I got to get another camera or figure out a setup how I can film that stuff, because ultimately I'd like to show you guys that stuff, on the actual table with the actual game versus on Vassal. Vassal's great and everything, but it doesn't replicate the feel of pushing counters around a map. As well as some other video games, more Steel Beasts. I did get Cold Waters, the popular submarine game that's going around right now that everybody seems to be playing. If you play war games, I'm sure you've heard about it. And a couple other things. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good night.